What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Minnesota Vikings versus Atlanta Falcons NFL matchup going down Sunday, September 14th, 2025. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I absolutely love, head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Experts tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so because we have a lot of action lined up for the week ahead. NFL action is going to take center stage on Sunday. We're still going to have MLB and WNBA action as well, but we're also going to be focusing on week 4 college football in the days ahead too. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout and get 15% off your purchase. But let's get to this one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons, and a matchup here between two of the more highly focused on, quarterbacks that are really assuming their starting roles this season. Obviously, a lot was made of Bo Nix last year and Jaden Daniels, and they were in the same draft class as J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix. But this is the year we're seeing J.J. McCarthy assume the QB1 role for Minnesota, Michael Penix for Atlanta. And, Penix battled hard in that opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a loss to Tampa Bay, 23-20 at home, while J.J. McCarthy led a rally for the Minnesota Vikings, 27-24. So, we're going to have to see how that kind of shakes off in week 2. I still have my concerns with Michael Penix. I know that you look at the sort of the box score from that game. He went 27-42, 298 yards and a touchdown. The run game was relatively ineffective, which is a concern from you when you have Bijan Robinson, who is still one of the premier backs in the NFL, and you combine as a team to go 69 yards on 28 carries, under 3 yards per carry. And it's not necessarily a good look for that Atlanta offense, and an Atlanta offense that could have some issues in this game. As you know, the Minnesota Vikings defensively looked fairly solid for much of that game. They did give up, that early drive to the Chicago Bears, and they gave up some points late. But in the middle of that, there was not a whole lot working for the Chicago Bears. It was a lot of meh for Chicago in that game. They kind of looked like Chicago last year. Now, we're going to find out in this game, is there something to be said there for Minnesota's defense, or is that more about Chicago's offense struggling in that game? But I do think that Minnesota can have some success here. You've got the other side of the coin. You got J.J. McCarthy here, who, wasn't great. I mean, 13 of 20 for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick in that game. He did also rush for a touchdown, and Minnesota's ground game was working with Jordan Mason running for 68 yards on 15 carries. But there was also a stretch where they scored 6 points through the first 3 quarters of that game before waking up and pouring it on in the fourth quarter. And not only that, you got the Vikings on a short week, the first time in McCarthy's pro career, where obviously only 2 games in, but where he's going to be dealing on a short week. Wasn't something that he dealt with all that often in college. So I'm going to be interested to see how that affects him here. I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle here. You see the total relatively low at 44.5, but I can see something that falls around that number, like 23-20, 24-20. So I'm going to lean towards the under in this one between the Falcons and the Vikings, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.
Hey, thanks for watching this till the end. Are you ready for elite level information? So if you're a bigger bettor, you deserve access to our best data. Our VIP team can provide you exclusive access to cutting edge intel from elite betting groups worldwide, giving you an edge in pregame, at post, closing line value, and halftime wagering. Get a free consultation now. Call or text this number and make sure you use this code. Expect to speak with Eric or Costi.